Well, hello everyone. This is Dr. Serembis and welcome to week number 4 of our course. This week we are focusing on the next part of our research, which is searching for the evidence. You're going to be revising your PICO question as needed, but the most important piece will be the assignment due by February 5th, and that's the PICO search paper. So let me explain that in more detail. So remember that the goal throughout this course is that all assignments are going to build on the previous one. And that's because we're moving forward towards the final presentation of a proposed change to practice based on the findings from the research studies that you're going to be able to locate. Now, the PICO paper assignment, the purpose of it is to learn how to conduct effective, streamlined searches within multiple bodies of literature. You are searching the evidence and you're not researching for the paper. 4 to 5 pages is what we need for this paper, excluding the title page, excluding the references, and excluding an appendix. No abstract is needed for this paper. And now you are going to be using APA format. There are APA resources located in the course along with the sample APA formatted paper. Now, when you're conducting this search, a few tips here. Search the following. This is required: CINAHL, PubMed, and Web of Science, and then also a search database of your choosing. Please note that when you're using the Web of Science, it must be searched by a topic rather than a title. Now, suggestions for other databases that you may decide that you want to select from. So you may decide to use ProQuest Nursing and Allied Health, or Ovid Medline, or PsycInfo. Now, only if PsycInfo is applicable to your topic. You're going to be creating 4 search tables, one for each of the databases that you use for your search. The required 3, as I have up here, and then the one that you select from these. Do not use the Cochrane Library as a database, and that's because there are systematic reviews and meta-analyses largely in the Cochrane Library, and this is not applicable to what we want you to do in this assignment. Now, this is an example of search tables that you will actually find in your course, and these tables are the ones that you're going to be using in the appendix. It's just an example, but it shows you how you put the variable and then what synonym you used, etc., all the way across. Now, again, you will also include tables 3 and 4. This is just an example of table 1 and 2, but you'll also be using tables 3 and 4 in your paper. Now, how to write the paper? Well, again, it should be according to APA format, but you need to have certain sections of the paper. This is an example of the level 1 headers. And so you're going to have a brief introduction. Now, the brief introduction, just a small paragraph, it does not need a label. Don't give it one, because the introduction should not have a label. But next, you will have a significance, a background, the current state of practice, both nationally and on your unit, and then your PICO question and purpose of the paper, then your search results. You'll discuss them in a separate paragraph. And then finally, your conclusion, but you will follow that with a reference page. Now, these references are not the ones that you search during your evidence search. These are the references that you used when writing this paper to support what you're writing for the significance, the background, and the current state of practice. The minimum required is 4 scholarly peer-reviewed references. They have to be less than 5 years old, so anywhere from 2017 to 2022, or if you happen to find a 2023 article, all the better. The appendix, that will contain your search tables. No articles from that research search, okay, are to be found in your references. Now, let's take a look at a paper. So this is a sample student paper, and you can see they begin with the running head. Here's the title, and this is just the student's name, sample paper, sample student, but you put your name and then Drexel University. This is the title of the paper that should appear at the top of page 1, but then you can see the intro does not have a title, but there is a brief intro, and then we see the background, significance, current state of practice, the PICO question and purpose of the paper, level 1 headers, go in the center, and they're bolded, notice that. Then your search results. Okay, now a conclusion is found. And now here are the references that were used for the significance and the background. And now this is the appendix. You have table 1, table 2, table 3, and table 4. Next, I would like to suggest that this article will be very useful to you when you're searching for the evidence. It is titled Evidence-Based Practice Step-by-Step Searching for the Evidence, Strategies to Help You Conduct a Successful Search. It's by Stillwell, Overholt, etc. And you will find this in your course reserves. Now, when we come into your course, we are in weeks 4 or 5. And so we will come down. This is information about searching for the evidence. The mechanics of the search table is here. And you can see all I did in that PowerPoint was bring in an example of the search table. And there is more information about that and how you go about completing the search in the course. Folks, that is it. Please do have a great week.